back. Another week, another day, another moment, another hour, another minute, another time, another moment. Bonding with Boogie in a Precious Perspective. And this is your host, Boogie Ogoon. Himothy,
For sure.
him for knee, him the G, him who doesn't hide, him who seeks,
That guy.
him with the shortest arms, him still with the longest reach. And we got my boy.
Precious with a precious perspective, per usual. Always a pleasure. Never not. I feel like jumping right into it because we was kind of talking about this last episode in regards to like beefs. I think it's funny how beef transformed. I think like it felt like going back to the last episode, it seemed like a lot of that was damn near niggas was getting on wax, niggas was rapping, it was real.
Yeah.
That. And somewhere along the line, and this is gonna be like the latter topic, it became internet.
Yeah.
Like shit became it and it almost was like on the internet, niggas had a weird, like, it's an access to a person, but not, you know what I'm saying? Until niggas start pulling up on niggas. Like, cause niggas start posting lows and all that different type and all that. So,
You saw Uzi Vert beat up
oh,
Rich the Kid.
yeah, you know what I'm
Tough
saying?
situation.
Like,
I fuck with Rich the Kid.
yeah. And so,
Ran down on him.
I'm not gonna lie, and maybe again, if you know better history, and I ain't gonna even call it history, but it is history first and foremost, and I'm not gonna say it was created here, but it surely, I think Chicago was one of those places who like made beef and music that type of pull up and slide type music. It almost became less how we was talking in the last episode, industry, and like, nah, nigga, we into it with these niggas. We think these niggas goofies. We done slid on this many of they niggas.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
da-da-da-da-da.
And niggas been dying and killing and gangbanging probably everywhere forever. But like you said, I feel like Chicago drill scene did create the niggas really like this shit for real, for real.
Yeah.
I feel like we had a big impact on that.
And so I think along with Chicago,
Not to say it's a good thing.
it's not, no.
Yeah.
But along with Chicago, I think the internet came right, and not even the internet, social media mainly, came right behind that. I feel like to amplify it, you know what I'm saying? To make it to where it's like now, and again, we're not saying that Chicago created crime. Chicago was the first niggas sliding on ops, none of that shit. We're just, or at least I'm saying, and if bro go, you know, say the same, that Chicago drill music became a method of perpetuating that type culture and get up with a nigga type culture. It wasn't just about rapping no
Sad
more.
to say, niggas was dying.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, and
There was some niggas back in the day getting up with each other like on some fighting shit.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, as far as like the new scene, as far as niggas dying, as far as niggas really slide and try to put it into you, yeah, that's most definitely, I feel like a Chicago type of like, yeah, we started the slide music for real.
and I'm gonna ask this though: how much of the internet played into that though?
Oh yeah, the internet, I don't know. Niggas was, like I said, with the internet and with us having, and people having access to like so much so much content and so much shit, you know, niggas was seeing niggas dying on live. Niggas was just, you know what I'm saying? Even your favorite rappers or niggas that you thought was street niggas, we seen them getting the shit kicked out of them.
Robbed.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? This is no disrespect to anyone. But the internet, like, it make, I guess, for the niggas that's in the streets, and that's rapping too, because niggas, like, the street niggas is the rappers now.
Right.
Quote unquote. The street niggas, quote unquote, street niggas is the rappers now. I feel like the music, and like I said, the internet, it make niggas want to be tough. It make niggas want to prove a point. It make niggas, you know what I'm saying? Oh, you was on the internet doing all that ha he and fuck my dead homie, right?
You know, one thing that like, and this was for me probably early on seeing this shit, and I just couldn't understand it. And I hate to laugh at, like, I don't, because I understand people have lost people in this way, but like, I used to didn't understand how like niggas would be on the, and going back to music, you know what I'm saying? Niggas be on the phone or on live with somebody that they real life into it. Like, it's not how we talked about Common and Ice Cube beef, and how it was, nigga, you all the way Chicago, I'm on the West Coast, nigga, I'm not finna slide nowhere. These was niggas who was on 70 whatever and such and 61st and this, and it's like, nigga, I'm on a bike. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm somewhere where this, I heard what you said in that song. You know what I'm saying? I know that y'all slid and did this, that, and the other, and I feel like the internet, like, really instigated that type and made...
Niggas was on the internet.
Yeah.
Niggas was instigating it on the internet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And I guess what I'm saying is, though, like...
Pull your mic closer.
It made it...
Folks want my mic rather close, man. I feel like it was close enough. How close do he wanted in my mouth? Pause. Man, was that not like how close... You know what I'm saying?
Like a baby.
Yeah, how close does he want it? But, man.
I think that it definitely intensified it because it really made, honestly, and I hate to degrade it to such a thing, but it created a scoreboard. Like, music created a space where it's like, hey, nigga, we can keep count. Like how in recent times with
counts be off.
Man.
The counts be needing recounts. The counts be off.
Yeah, for sure. Way, you feel me? But, and that's the thing, like, going back to the Ja Rule 50 Cent beef, a lot of times it be the storytellers. That's why you got to think, right? So, like, rappers a lot of times, they probably not no hoes, but they not the niggas in they groups. And when I say the niggas, you know what niggas I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And so with that, it's the idea that this nigga is the nigga that we kind of want to be at the forefront to speak for us because he makes us look the best.
Yeah.
Like, it's not about how right this nigga is. Like you said, the count could be completely off.
Yeah, the count
he makes this shit sound good though.
The count be hit or miss, but the count be off though.
Yeah. But at that point, I feel like it goes back to, again, a Ja Rule 50 Cent type beef. Fuck the count. Fuck who's up on the score. Wankster.
Yeah.
Like, this nigga's coming through with undeniable heat. Like, it could be, yo, niggas is up. And that's where I feel like you lose. And I hate to say it, but Chicago was the most authentic, I think, to that, like, to honestly beef music. Because it ended... in tragedy a lot of times, you know what I'm saying? And I think to separate it,
niggas was dying days later after songs and shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
music was really getting niggas smoked. Yeah.
There's so many. And I think that
that's crazy because I don't even want to say music was getting niggas smoked. Niggas was telling on themselves.
That
bro.
part.
I feel like
that part as well.
The Chicago music scene created the lane of dry snitching. Yeah. Because before...
Oh, no, I didn't mean niggas. I mean niggas was getting smoked behind the music. Like, the niggas that was making them this songs was getting smoked. You know what I'm saying? It was like a quick turnaround.
For dry snitching, because of the shit you saying. Like, that's what's getting you smoked.
Facts. And that's
what's getting you smoked.
And that's why I use the term... The term scoreboard, because when you, a lot of times when you playing sports, nigga, you can look up and when a nigga see that he down or a nigga see that he's, it's like,
We gotta catch up.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So
killed 7 niggas.
and like
We got
real,
7
and like
niggas.
and like real just said too though, that played a heavy role in the whole just dry snitching and making it's like you telling on yourself, because again, going back to what I said about niggas being on live and niggas being on wherever, literally telling motherfuckers like pull up, or I'm finna be over here, or you not gonna do. I didn't understand that in Chicago, because I'm like, nigga, you're a bus ride away from a nigga. Like you're
hop, skip, a bike ride away, a scooter ride away.
Like this is
skateboard ride away.
Like
cart, nigga can pull down on you whichever way you want to.
Yeah, and I feel
walk down.
Yeah,
man. And I think going back to again, and I hate trying to like blame the shit on social media, but I do believe social media had a way of like facilitating that narrative to the point that shit, that's what motherfuckers wanted to do, because they saw that's what was getting. Boy, let me make a rap. Even if niggas wasn't rapping, even if niggas was just in the streets, it was like, we have to get a rapper now.
For sure.
We have to get a nigga who's gonna tell niggas how we move.
Yeah, how we sliding.
Yeah.
For sure.
Even if we not sliding.
Yeah.
We gotta.
Even if I'm not sliding, Genum sliding.
You know
and if
what
we
I'm
ain't
saying?
sliding, I'll make it seem like we sliding.
Yeah.
Other niggas killing y'all, but we fuck with them. We don't fuck with y'all. We gonna play in and get some of that too.
Yeah, that shit crazy.
And that's, I think that's tough.
Score be all fucked up.
Yeah, and I think that's tough for the being older now and looking at like, damn, the music promotion, the industry promotion and shit, like, and how is it? I feel like, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, thinking about them beefs that we listen to the tracks to, all that different type of stuff. It was real. It was a couple of them what niggas was talking about they'll kill a nigga. Like, I feel like Tupac said that shit, but you know what I'm saying? Like,
Tupac didn't want to go to jail.
yeah, like
he gave
niggas,
a fuck about going to jail
people,
for saying
people
shit.
was saying that shit. Some people, but now niggas say that on the track when they, and not even niggas is saying they'll kill you on the track, more so than like they're referencing you after you've been deceased. Like,
Yeah. Nigga gonna end up like Tupac and Biggie.
yeah,
Like, damn, I remember they used to be disrespectful to say. But now
Yeah.
niggas like, nigga, you want to get your ass pocked out here? You want to get your ass
like,
Biggie Smalled out here?
yeah, and I
A
feel
nigga
like,
want Biggie Small me?
yeah, and I feel like the internet has a heavy
R.I.P.
hand
Biggie
in
Small,
that.
Tupac, no
Yeah,
disrespect.
yeah. All these guys, like, and I think that, man, it's interesting to see how, I think then it was covered.
And
by-
it's just so fucked up because niggas don't take shit serious no more.
but check me out. That's because
Even their lives.
because shit.
Like, niggas don't even take their fucking lives serious, man.
Hey,
Like, damn, you want to die.
but it
On live, dangling your shit in front of the devil.
Yeah.
Would it be though?
Niggas know exactly where you at. And you really in the streets. This is niggas' dead homies and this is niggas' grannies and this is niggas' families and
And I think
they shot at niggas' grannies.
I think what it be though, like niggas really do be like moving too fast. Like, you damn near scrolling that timeline, and that timeline become how you live your life. Damn near, like, you constantly seeing a certain thing play out, whether it's from people. Because again, I never understood. And maybe it's, and I guess again, maybe I wouldn't be like the best street nigga, but like, why I'm following this nigga? Like, if why I'm keeping up with this nigga? Like, why do I have this nigga on my friends for us to go
If
live
I'm not really
together?
trying to get on this nigga ass.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
why do I
Just
have
stalking this
him?
nigga's page.
Like,
You might as
why,
well start loving pictures at this point.
why am I on Instagram with him? Tell him he a bitch. Like, if
Most
I
definitely
catch
don't.
him,
Most
if
definitely
I,
can't follow none of the ops.
but-
The ops can't follow you.
But I feel like going back to what Real said, like what I don't know what happened where discretion just kind of became lost. And again, like motherfuckers got so infatuated with the idea of telling people that, hey, this what me and mines do, that it was like, what you go, what you talk your shit.
No. First time. What up, y'all? You know it's real in the background. But I feel like what you were saying, as far as like the internet had a big ass role to play with that, it did, because we had niggas like DJ Academics. Like, he started that
for sure.
the war in Chicago and the war in Chirac. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's like that shit everywhere. So it's like if he cover one story about whatever the fuck, it might be a real serious incident. You know what I'm talking about? That's your homie that died. He covered this story and he make it seem gang affiliated. Now all these motherfuckers that's on his YouTube and that's on his channel, they seeing this, they leaving these comments. Now you get to see this, or you have to see this, or whatever the case may be. You come across it however it is. Now you like, shit, I want to make somebody go viral. You know what I'm saying? My homie viral. Like, you know what I'm saying? Now it's like, and then it's like now you do it and now you see that, and then it's like he's capitalizing off the shit that's going on, or just vloggers or YouTube, whatever. You know what I'm talking about? Just anybody that's like doing like any type of shit like that, you know?
And being able to, and I hate it. I ain't gonna even lie. Like, I hated that aspect of it because that was served at that time. And again, no discredit to academics and the thing that he built. You know,
he's under some scrutiny right now.
we ain't gonna get
he is.
into it.
I didn't want to get on that. We could get into that,
and it's crazy. I don't know. Real quick, it's crazy because I don't know who, because I wasn't listening to it myself, but I heard someone around me listening to Academic talk to whoever he was, and I was hearing it, and I'm like, bro, is he talking to a shorty about how to, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I heard it, you know, this nigga's Academic is tweaking, and I said in my head, he tweaking, and like, boy, they might get on his ass for that. Then left it alone. Then days later, I see that
I don't know nothing about that.
Yeah, he was basically talking to like a 15-year-old male,
trying to let another male penetrate him, asking him if it's another 15-year-old.
Oh, yeah, I wish I didn't know. You guys could have left me out of that.
Yeah, to the point, like,
Jesus,
why were you doing that?
Yeah, see, and so,
it was like
this is okay. This is damn. Y'all got this fake political now. I guess we're gonna go there. So check me out, G. The issue with certain platforms and certain things, like, I feel like DJ Academic was able to take advantage of a time in the city that was like tumultuous and fucked up and all that different type of shit, and build a journalistic it's really the same thing that we saying about the rappers right now. Like, he was just able to do it from a storytelling perspective. But the thing about journalism, right, like, that I think a lot of these and again, shout out to us for doing a form of journalism here on Bonding with Boogie and a Precious Perspective, interviewing these artists, allowing stories to be told, all that different type of stuff. And I shout out to any platform that is out there providing that opportunity. But as journalists, pseudo journalists, whatever we want to qualify ourselves as, integrity is a thing. You feel me? And so when we take on these stories of these different individuals, so again, this is about to sound like whatever, no shade, no, it is what it is. Fuck it. Certain niggas be lame. Certain niggas be goofy.
Yeah, all the way around.
Yeah, for sure.
Why the fuck is this the person who I'm like receiving my news and my information from, knowing that their angle isn't really productive to me or mine? Like, why are we like, and I feel like, again, that's the same thing with just the I hate to sound like that nigga, but like industry shit, like, and commercialized stuff. Like, I feel like once it get to a point of grandeur, the foul play come up, the canoodling with the children and
all the propaganda.
It's crazy, and I hate everything.
He should most definitely
it.
be under scrutiny for what he was saying. Because like I said, I'm like, who the fuck is he talking to? And I didn't know it was but no, I heard him say something about like 15. I heard him. He knew exactly what he was doing. So I'm like so confused on like.
There's not another 15-year-old you think you could? He like, dude, I'm not gay. Like, they saying that like the little boy got more sense than the grown niggas that's in the fucking thing. They on that bitch.
And again, thinking about that, bro. Like, thinking about how now and getting into some of the questions, like
talking underminer man sex.
You know what I'm saying? And like thinking about how just dangerous it is now, like, and you got to think America's #1 and shit. Again, shout out to us being on this platform. The thing that we celebrate subconsciously every time we get in front of these cameras and every time we pop our shit is the idea of freedom of speech. The fact that we feel like we can get on these cameras and say whatever the fuck, and we'll receive scrutiny, we'll receive whatever, but it's protected in the law.
Yeah. And I feel like they taught these young niggas that, and that's why they say the shit they say on these raps, because it's like I even seen one of these young, like the Von 1700 say, like, I got the freedom of speech. I could say what I want to say on these raps. You can't hold me accountable for what I'm saying. Like, I could say, what the fuck you say? I just popped 3 of the ops yesterday, and 3 niggas from a hood I'm into it with could have died, but you can't just put that on me. You see what I'm saying? So it's to the point where now it's like shit. They just feel like I could say what I want to say.
These niggas is fried.
Even though you can, but
you can, but to what regard are you responsible? And I think that's the important thing about all this shit. Like, again, going like I've literally heard people say like, oh, social media or the internet ain't real, which to a degree, I understand that. We get on there, we play, we say all type of goofy, man, you know what I'm saying?
Very
like,
much so real.
This is a place where people, you know, it's a community even. And I think that the influence of the community, like, it really got tainted. It really got to a point that the words that we was, because I ain't gonna stunt, even like, and it's fucked up how terrible words sound so good. Gucci, I'm smoking Pookie Low tonight. What? Why would you say that? Why would you say that?
That just sound like some gas.
Man,
that's some gas, ain't it?
Like, but
no
I
disrespect
think that
to Pookie Low.
I don't know Pookie Low.
Don't know Pookie Low.
You know what I'm saying?
Gucci said it was a memorable thing.
Yeah, because that's how. And that's how embedded,
probably the best part of the battle.
You know what I'm saying? and that's how embedded, though, I believe that just the ideology of like beef and competition and shit amongst this shit get. You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas real life. Cause again, it's always interesting to see where people place the line. So like Real was just saying, the rapper Von 1700, like how he can say that. You can say absolutely anything that you want. You're right. That's repercussions, consequences though. Like, you don't think that, and it's maybe I'm a law-abiding citizen for the most part. Like, but in that case, you saying certain things, fuck the law. What about the niggas who you're saying these things about? Do you not think
they have a law too?
You know what I'm saying? In which they abide by these words. Like, and I don't really think that a lot of times people pay attention to the fact that like this shit really is strong. We really is like, these are spells that we use on a daily basis when we able to talk to people and get people to vibe, especially in music, especially in poetry. Like, that's why that shit sounds so rhythmic, because niggas able to catch it.
And that's why when a nigga say fuck your dead homie, it make you feel like kill, nigga. It's a spell. He didn't hex you.
Hear me?
And he steady saying that shit. And they own going viral. You steady seeing this, nigga. You getting that.
And so I'm gonna ask you, bro, do you think like going viral has like tainted or made it toxic for niggas to like
the internet
really
is not the internet is a real place, but like you said, the internet is not a real place because niggas be doing anything to go viral.
Clout.
Like in like the clout chasing has trying to because some niggas get viral, like, you don't get rich off of that, nigga, just because you get viral one time, nigga, you crazy? You know what I'm saying? You just for doing stupid shit? No, you just people like to see people doing stupid shit. And you got some views for doing some dumb shit. But no, nigga, you don't get endorsements. Stupid, just don't, you know what I'm saying? Oh, we just stupid. We handing out endorsement deals. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, so the niggas, like I said, the internet is, I enjoy the internet because I love the percent of ignorance that I do, allow into my life and indulge in. So I do appreciate it, but then again, I sometimes hate the internet because the ignorance it's more ignorance than I actually want in my life. It's more ignorance that I actually want to allow. Like, I've seen things on the internet that made me just be like, you know what? I don't even know why I fuck with this shit.
Open your phone and then close it right back.
Yeah.
Like that shit that y'all just said about academics, if I would have been scrolling, that would have been some shit that made me like, all right, you need at least 15 minutes off your phone for a little while. Because just lay down? Because why is this going on? Why is this happening in the world?
Academics a crazy guy.
Yeah.
And like I say, somebody was listening to it. I'm thinking, I didn't know exactly what it was because I didn't see it. I just was hearing. I'm like, what the fuck is academic talking about? It sounded wrong. You feel me? And niggas is on his ass.
Man.
Yeah.
He's trying to get on niggas' ass. Sounds like.
Yeah, or trying to tell a nigga how to get on the nigga ass.
Which is that's what it was.
Not a fucking tutorial.
That's what
this
it
nigga.
But minors. With minor man sex.
Minor man sex is nuts.
This is minors.
Academics only fans.
Yeah.
This nigga
MMS is crazy. Wild guy. Yeah.
So in that though, like as a platform for us, you know what I'm saying? What do you think we can do to I guess I want to say promote a certain, and I don't want to say a certain type of artistry, right? Because I've been hearing the term gatekeeping a lot lately.
We just got to be authentic, man. We just got to be authentic, man. Be true to ourselves. Be true to what we believe in and what we stand on. And, we know... We know the price and the cost of things. You know what I'm saying? Man. We know the price and the cost of things. And sometimes, sometimes some shit ain't worth it. Sometimes, it is. And sometimes you're mistaken. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like niggas need to think about the price and the cost and think about if they're willing to pay it and think about the cost it could be afterwards, you know what I'm saying? The later cost, the extra expenses, the
I simply call it a lot of times the maintenance.
Yeah.
I feel like, again, like you just said, and that's kind of going off into my next question. I think that sometimes people will see the idea of going viral, having a viral hit, whatever the case may be, and think it comes with a life and or a lifestyle attached to it.
Just a viral day lifestyle now.
You know what I'm saying? And now
you got a 1 in a million chance to go viral. 1 in a million.
And check me out again. You go viral, cool. But what does that come with? Have you prepared yourself to actually sustain the virility, or you just a motherfucker who done had? And we see it a lot because a lot of times TikTok now, as we've said time and time again on this pod, that breaks songs now. Mm-hmm. It'll be songs on TikTok that you'll hear the first chorus part, whatever the case may be, and you only know that part till you hear it 3 months later. Damn, this an actual song. Motherfuckers been doing little dances and all that different type of stuff. And I feel like now it's almost more important to have one of those than actual music.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Actual, an actual repertoire, like an actual and catalog, exact word I'm looking for. And with that, do you think that has kind of, I ain't finna go as far as niggas and say killed, but do you think it's kind of dampened the way we receive music, by now wanting it so shorthand?
I feel like the internet is damn near damping everything, bro. I feel like in a minute kids ain't going to college, G. I feel like it's gonna get less and less of kids going to college. I feel like niggas it's getting to the point of the way AI now. It's going niggas. It's already a lot of revenues to make money. It's gonna be the way shit's looking. It's gonna be a lot more crazy, freaky, deaky ways to do it. And these kids, these new kids, what they call them, they millennials, they generationals, oracles.
You talk about oracles real fast, like
wizards,
Gen Z. I
think
they're like
Gen some I don't keep up with that shit.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be, and depending on what they want to do, you know, a nigga having kids as a parent, depending on what it is, you might have to back them because it might fuck college. You know what I'm saying? It might be, but as far as music though, no. As far as people, yes, but then like as far as to people like that truly listen to music, I don't even be knowing the TikTok songs. Like I hear the TikTok song and I be just knowing the part that I hear on the TikTok. Until Boss Man D-Lo, I had to go actually listen to when it was out. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of songs do break on TikTok that I hear late, and I be like, man, what the fuck was this? Like that Kalani song. Love that song.
Yeah, facts.
A TikTok song, I'm assuming, before I found out about it. You know what I'm saying? So I just get on the music from TikTok late. And let me see if there's anybody from TikTok that actually did, like to me, in my eyes, great things after TikTok. The Kalani nigga, I don't even know. I thought that was a bitch. It's a guy. So I don't that. I only know that song by him. Right, the song is about Kalani. Yeah. The person who actually sings the song
is a guy.
I thought the person who sings the song was a lady.
Yeah.
He's a nigga. Boss Man D-Lo, probably the only nigga with a TikTok song that I know that like a nigga that got hot off TikTok songs. That I don't know, but I don't even be on TikTok like that.
To know,
to know. But a lot of songs probably get broke on TikTok, and I just be thinking I just be hearing it for the first time on the radio, and niggas heard that shit on TikTok. Niggas is what's dances to that shit? It's always a dance. Right. You know what I'm saying? I was looking at Ridiculousness, and the nigga from Gym Class Heroes was on Ridiculousness, and he said the younger generation, the Gen Z kids, got a hold of Gym Class Hero. Take a look at my girl with that song. And he said, nigga, TikTok remade that bitch a hit again. Like the fucking kids was eating it up. And then, you know, that was a hit song. We fucked with that song. You know what I'm saying? He said TikTok caught wind of it. And he said that shit was like it just came out again.
So check me out, G. This is the power at hand that we got to realize that we dealing with, right? Like, one of the first mass-produced, like, words, like, when niggas first created the printing press was the Bible. Was niggas being able, and they call Bible, when you read the Bible, them is verses, you feel me? So I'm looking at that as the rap. That's damn near you going through and being able to share the word has always been important to us. And so now we live in a world where sharing the word is damn near instantaneous across thousands. Whereas like at first you could probably talk to as many motherfuckers that could fit in the room. Now you can talk to as many motherfuckers that can fit on your live. You know what I'm saying? Without that bitch crap. What Tory Lanez doing?
He was fucking them people up.
You know what I'm saying?
We're at 500,000. Yeah, I'm like, God damn. He was going. Yeah, he was sending pandemic time up.
You quarantine. Yeah.
He was doing Mr. Instagram at that point.
Yeah, and
Miss Tory. I was going to say something else, but I might get the last. Yeah, they might lash out at me.
Yeah, but no, we get it. And so I think that
I wish he was around to make some new music.
Facts.
Yeah, facts. I think he been had that.
You talking about Ben? That's old.
Yeah,
but I think that we find ourselves in a space where we don't realize that comes with on some Spider-Man shit. With great power comes great responsibility. And so with that, you can't just expect to, I guess, say certain things online and people not take you to some type of degree serious. You got to think.
For sure.
Our president is a old online ass individual, like, or at least I don't be keeping up. I know at one point he was real. Matter of fact, he cool with Elon, so I know he still probably be on Twitter.
He fucks around.
You feel me? Like
that man fucks around. He lets you know what he about to do on the internet.
Yeah, man.
It ain't no. I fuck with that though. It ain't no question. If he tell you he finna freeze some shit, I'm letting the world know right now. Twitter page. Yeah, you ain't even gotta be surprised when your shit ain't working.
And I think that we gotta be more, again, like just cognizant of that and understand that the stories that we telling, the things that we facilitating, the people that we're ultimately introducing and uplifting to the culture are actually, I'm not gonna say good because I'm not a, but like, I'm gonna say integral people, like people of substance, people of, and my thing is, even if we do, as fucked up as it may sound, something that our pops always used to say, like, nigga, I don't care what you do, just be the best at it. You know what I'm saying?
So
even if we don't bring through the best rappers or the best, like, knowing that we bringing through motherfuckers that's actually doing shit, knowing that we're actually supporting artists and individuals who, again, actually have a story to share and or tell, that it's unique to them, and it's not trying to persuade or, you know, push a certain way, because I think that's the type of media, going back to other platforms, that kind of started, like I said, that whole drill situation and made it, I don't want to say cool to kill, but having that visible scoreboard made it to whereas other cultures were able to be like, boy, this how you do this now. Like, it's not about being discreet. It's about letting people know, because again, we always been a culture of creative expression. I feel like that's nothing new. Even when niggas was on the slave plantations and all that shit, like niggas out there singing and shit, I guess. You feel me? But you know what I'm saying? Like, we've always been able to articulate our circumstances to the rhythm of the beat type shit. And I think that now that times are shifting, we got to be able to, like, really tune the algorithm, because that's where we are in music and spoken word now. Like, that's where you perceive most of that shit now. Like, you probably have more people talk to you from your phone. Nah, you was an old talkative nigga. You be calling niggas. So you damn near definitely have conversations with people. But the average individual probably has more people talking to them from their phone, as far as Instagram, TikTok, whatever, than they do human contact now. And I think that shit says a lot about where we are as a people and where people see the next phases of expression, for real, for real. Like, shit's nuts, G. Do you have anything else, brother?
I did not, sir.
Facts. So with that, I guess just wrapping with a precious perspective. Understanding the cap, you know, understanding, and there's no pun intended, even shit like that, the cap. I was talking about the capacity, and I guess used in the same
rap cap
tense. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, understanding that life is real. Life is very much so an amazing journey that we get to take. And so we need to make sure that we are using our words to cast positive spells. And I know some people will hear it and be like, oh my God, they are promoting voodoo, hoodoo, or something against. Nah, I believe in the Most High. But what I also believe in is us having the ability to direct our paths through our words, because the Most High really put that's the first thing in you. You know what I'm saying? Like when you able to speak and you able to connect with others, like that's usually some of the communication, whether it be verbal, nonverbal, is some of the most important factors that you'll receive here on life, because it's going to teach you how to grow with others. And so with that, we just want to make sure that everybody is exercising those rights to thrive in a space of communication. And so with that, bro, close us out.
We out.
Peace.